Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black.
Welcome back to the Lassiter Factor Black History Month movie review special. The special where I take a piece of black cinema that I've never seen before and review it. And today's film is The Brothers, which came out in 2001. It stars Morris Chestnut, Bill Bellamy, D.L. Hewley, and Shamar Moore, Gabrielle Union, Clifton Powell, Jennifer Lewis, Tatiana Ali. Such a stacked cast. But the film centers around this group of friends in which they call themselves the Brothers, and all their individual stories and love lives intertwine with each other. Now, before I give you the plot and all the characters, let me give you my history with this movie because, like I said, this is my first time watching this movie, and again, it's one of those movies where I've always heard about but never really watched or took time out to sit down and watch. I don't know, it was just one of those movies that flew under my radar. But I finally watched it, and I quite enjoyed this film. Though I will say there are elements to the film I wish they kind of expanded on, and I will get into that. So let's get into all the characters, in which first we have Morris Chestnut. He's basically a ladies' man, but he also has trust issues and have issues with commitment. And part of it is because he had his heart broken once before, but then it comes across Gabrielle Union and everything's all good, but then spoilers for this movie. But then it turns out that Gabrielle Union, she, for a brief moment in time, dated his father, played by Clifton Powell. And so both of them are trying to hide it, but then he does find out, and he's angry at her, and he's also angry at his father because he knows his father and mother divorced each other, but then all of a sudden they're back with each other. And then Tatiana Ali plays his little sister. I'll say out of all the storylines within this movie, this is probably the one where they gave the most attention to, mainly because of Morris Chestnut and Gabrielle Union, and they were probably the top billed actors within this movie, so hey. But in any case, I did like their story arc, in which it's about Morris Chestnut coming to terms with his past relationships and everything that is happening within his family and learning to love and opening himself up, which is definitely something we don't see in a lot of films, let alone black films. Then you got Bill Bellamy's character. He is, in a way, just the worst because he likes to date white women, and I'm not saying dating white women is bad, which all things considered, everything happening with Jonathan Majors, I might revamp that statement, but in any case, you can date whoever you want. But in the case of Bill Bellamy's character in this movie, he is definitely the worst and is dating white women for the wrong reasons, and is adamant because of his mommy issues within this movie, which definitely plays a part in his love life, which is an aspect I wish they had expanded on, because that's something you definitely don't see a lot in films, let alone black films. And he's the one that's just standoffish to the whole life of settling down, and that's what he keeps beefing with Shamar Moore's character over, because Shamar Moore's character, he's about to get married and he wants to settle down, but Bill Bellamy, he keeps clowning him for it, saying it's not going to work out, and Shamar Moore, everything's not all fine and dandy with his relationship. And then you have D.L. Hewley's character, in which his wife, played by Tamala Jones, she refused to, let's just say, show him what that mouth do, and they make a big fuss over that. But overall, it's about controlling the relationship and her realizing everything that D.L. Hewley's character does in the relationship, and just being a little bit more appreciative. Overall, I really dug this film. Everybody was on their comedic A game, and when needed, everybody was on their dramatic A game. I just wish some of the storylines within this movie were a little bit expanded on, particularly Bill Bellamy's character, because that was the one story arc that I was kind of interested in the most. But overall, it's a nice little feel-good movie, and a movie that I don't see a lot of these days. I mean, sure, you might get it from Tyler Perry every now and then, but we need voices outside of Tyler Perry to make more movies like this. Just something that is not mean or demeaning to black folks. It's not a hood movie. It's not a slavery movie. It's just a movie with black folks just being successful and just not doing into that. Just painting black people in a more positive life like this. I've always liked movies like this. And even when they do make them, they get dumped on a streaming service. Sorry, lights rant over. Overall, I really dug this movie. Do I think it's perfect? No, but I walked away enjoying it. And if you've never seen it, I recommend it. And if you haven't seen it in a long time, I'd say give it a rewatch for nostalgic purposes. I'm going to give The Brothers the thumbs up emoji.